Hi, this is Greg from Tibco Jaspersoft Technical Support. In this video, I'm discussing the topic of forcing Windows Authentication, also known as Kerberos or NTLM, into the JDBC connection to your repository that is Microsoft SQL Server-based. So Jasper Reports Server rebrands our SQL Server driver from Progress. So this Progress page gives us the syntax details we need, like this authentication method type, and you can learn more about Windows Authentication via these drivers here at this website. So to make changes that will affect an already deployed JRS, you simply need to edit your Context.xml file, which can be found in the meta-inf directory of your deployment. And you're just going to want to add a few extra parameters onto your JDBC URL. So at first it'll look like this. This is, again, the URL for the main resource. This is your connection, your JNDI connection to the repository database. This is created by default during the installation process. You're going to want to add two parameters. The first one specifies that you're going to be using Windows Auth, relying on some local DLLs that are installed. The second one specifies the location of where those DLLs reside, and those DLLs are downloaded as part of your Progress driver. They're the things that actually connect to your Windows local authentication system. If you don't want these here, if you don't want to specify them on the URL, you can also specify them via a a Java argument, basically a Java JVM argument using this syntax. So that's it. Once you have your context.xml set and you restart, once that's done, this database connection is going to be using the credentials of the Windows user that is running that app server, like Tomcat, for example. If you would like your installation process to set this all up for you during the actual install, then you need to edit this db.template.properties. And this is found in your Buildomatic comp source db SQL Server directory. So find the JDBC URL called the js.jdbc URL. This property represents the template that will be used to populate context.xml during deployment. And you simply add this value here, and then the additional parameter if desired as well. Save, and then the next time you go through deployment, like installation, context.xml will be pre-populated and all set for you. So finally, the Buildomatic processes install scripts involve a connection to the database also from the local execution within Buildomatic, and that's required to do the initial creation of the repo tables. So if you want these install scripts to also use Windows Authentication, then you need to update this admin.jdbc URL also. You would do something similar. Just add your values here. Of course, if you're going to be specifying that load library path via this parameter or via the JVM arguments, you're going to want to make sure these paths match up with the host in which the Buildomatic resides, since all this action is local. Buildomatic is basically calling Java to make that initial connection out to the database. That also means that the user you're using to execute and run the installation scripts, like jsinstall.bat, that user is going to be used during that connection. Finally, if you're just creating a regular, data source or a report data source, you'd just create your JDB source, tack on the initial parameter here, and you're all set. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have fun connecting JRS to your database.